Steve's doing gang signs. Well, Zizou himself is here on the pod. Zizou lookalike. These are discount Zizou. We Nate is celebrating the end of the transfer window because he's blacked out now. So
That's funny.
I'll block everything.
Oh, okay,
Almost.
that's right. We'll get to the transfers. Obviously, one that we'll probably have to talk about, I guess. Couple more big ones. Vardy Party has now entered Italy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
We've got World Cup ticket pricing. I know Steve's got thoughts on that.
I hope we all have thoughts on that.
Yeah, he's gonna headbutt
God.
somebody. I don't know. We got other stuff to get to. Plenty of things to talk about. It's an international break. That's why Ben's late.
Transfer window's officially closed. Yeah.
He officially hates an international break. Why do they do an international break right when the window closes? I feel like
Is that typical?
I feel like that's not right.
Yeah, it feels out of season, this break. I've kind of I don't know.
Maybe it has to do with the World Cup or AFCON or something. Who knows? Anyway, it's all happening here. Nate, you happy? You got Isak?
Yeah, I am happy. I mean, that was always kind of going to happen. I think since the last 2 weeks, I think we knew that was going to happen. I'm a little, getting a little spoiled for choice, not getting Mark Gay. I was really looking forward to getting him. He seems like a really good dude, and he would have, but it's funny, right when we're linked to him, Kanate finally learns how to defend again, gets his confidence back, gets a good team. So it's kind of like, we have 4 center backs. Gahey would have been a 5th one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been 5th choice, but I don't know. Yeah. I like Oliver Glasner as a manager a lot, but like his whole thing of like, I will walk if I don't get to keep Gahey was like the do or die thing of that is pretty dramatic. I mean, come on. Like
a quick 25-second insert in this. I saw something that Jamie Carragher said, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Is that he was ashamed at kind of like the current state of affairs in the sense that Isak basically went on strike against the club, and it got real messy. I don't know if he was fined at all or what the repercussions were, but he forced his way out. Gyökeres got fined, I think, from Sporting, with him also went on strike, crossed his arms and refused to play. And then there's a third player that also did the same thing.
Wissa.
Yep, Wissa. Yep, he did the same thing and got fined. Mark Gahey was a guy who he did not protest. He did not try to, cross his arms. He played everything by the rules, and he could not force his move through. And Jimmy Carrey was saying, was like, it sucks that if you follow the rules and just try to have a cordial relationship with the club, you can't make what you want to happen. But if you make a huge fuss and burn your bridge, then you can get out. And it's like, that kind of sucks.
I'm really glad he brought that up, Steve, because it is like, you only get your way, you can take your toys and go home. It's definitely a stain on the sport. It sucks. I mean, glad I got my guy. Sorry, Alex. You also get your guy who did the same thing. And then
was it the guy we wanted?
I've read that Gahey was either in Liverpool or at a London hospital, surrounded by Liverpool staff. Apparently, he already did his Crystal Palace. He had written a video, or he had taped a video, a response, a video farewell. Them's the breaks.
It's crazy how he's been out the door at that club for like 4 transfer markets.
I know. At this point. Even to you guys as well. I remember a year ago it was Newcastle, and then Yep.
Yeah, he's always wanted, but Crystal Palace, talk about a team that within the span of, we'll call it 6 months, won the FA Cup. What else did they win? What was the other trophy? The Community Shield.
Easy Community Shield. Yep.
Yeah, and then and riding high, and then managed to get kicked out of the European tournament that they made it into, and then basically lost Eze, lost some of their best players, almost lost their best defender. Would have been an absolute shambles. Their ability to kind of turn things around in a bad direction is pretty good. But yeah, Steve, to your point of what you brought up about old Scouser boy there, not Stevie G.
Jamie
Carragher. I saw a video of him and some of the comments. It was like he was doing an interview from his home, and people were just commenting how scouse his house was. Anyway,
I saw that too.
Yeah. Anyway,
did you agree or did you not agree?
No, I agreed. It was a little tawdy.
I don't know what a Scouse house looks like. Scouse house sounds like a fucking Dr.
Scouse house.
Mickey Mouse lives in a Scouse house.
Yeah, but I think that Newcastle, in a way, we kind of lost like a, if you want to call it a moral high ground, if there is any for us to stand on, by basically accepting that the player that we did end up signing in Wissa was somebody that also basically threw a fit. I think he went on social media, right? Like the day before the transfer deadline, and was essentially like saying, it's time for me to go. You know, I want this now. And it, you know, we can bitch and moan and complain about Isak and everything that he did and everything that went on there. And obviously there's something to talk about there. But to then just turn around and be like, well, the guy that we replaced him with kind of did the same thing, is a little out of control.
Like bad parenting.
Yeah, you're allowing it.
It's letting your brat kid have his way.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I honestly don't think that either of them, have we ever looked at Wissa or Isak on a pitch, off the pitch, before this happened and been like, they are they are a bad influence off the pitch? There's a lot of other players that we would say that about, and they haven't done that.
No, I don't think so.
And the transfer arena, I just think that it's, I don't know. I think it's just the circumstances of just like, Wissa is 28, right?
About to be 29.
And he's about to get a move to a Champions League club. I can't tell you where he played before Brentford. I don't think it was.
Yes.
I mean, but like, he's about to get to play Champions League for an English club. And then on the flip side, Isak, 20, how old is he? 24, 25, like getting to play for a, Premier League title defender in the Champions League. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. They both kind of act like asses.
What are you trying to say? I don't know what you're trying to say here.
I don't think we can disagree with them. I don't think we can disagree with what they did because I don't know.
I think we can.
It just sucks that that's the man. Like that's what gets you result. Like that's what gets you results. Is just
yes, exactly. Yes, yeah.
Like why does
from what I've been reading lately too about Isak is that he, I guess it kind of all boiled down to when Amanda Staveley left Newcastle towards the end of last season. And from what I gather, he had been given verbal promises by her about the potential of a new contract. Then when she was let go and this new guy came in, he was rather upset and was basically told in no short order that he would not be getting said contract. And it apparently took Eddie Howe and others quite some talking down to even get Isak to play the end of last season. There's actually now videos of him, people could put together a compilation of anything from 90 minutes of play across 26 matches. But there's videos of him like in the last couple games, like appearing to tank Newcastle, like trying not to score so we wouldn't get into Champions League football. If that's the narrative. I don't buy into it, but that's kind of like where he's left. I sent out something that was like, I never thought that I would live to see the day where a Newcastle striker would be more hated than Michael Owen. And Isak has filled that.
Damn, they hate him that much, eh?
Hate him that much. There's not one. I mean, I've seen even from like reputable, like the BBC, like has gone out in the streets and been like, "What do you think of like what happened and what?"
Has won your first trophy.
Exactly. He ruined what was a great legacy, and I think too, if there's a little bit of, if he had I don't know what limits you. I actually don't know if he could have even done this, but like if he could have come on, done an interview or like done some sort of social media video or something with the sanction of the club, like saying like, listen, this is what's gone on my side of the story, and this is why I want out. And it's no disrespect to the fans or anything, but like to only just put out something mentioning Newcastle fans after he was transferred seems a bit of a slight towards
I would agree.
the fan base.
Well, I think towards the club. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
the whole
more
thing,
towards the
the
club,
whole thing
isn't
with
it?
Amanda, the whole thing with Amanda Staveley is, and here's my take: is I'm glad you brought that up, Alex, about like what he made him promised before she left, or was, I don't know if she was forced out or left, but you know, and a lot of this might be him not being able to tell us side of the story, a lot of lawyers getting involved. But
Yeah,
are you telling me that Amanda Staveley only offered him a verbal contract of like, Alex, just wait this out? This was only over a phone call, because if this was in an email, even in an email, it's still legally binding. Much less, it could have easily been a stipulation in his contract. Like that's a huge difference. You know, he mentioned the promise is broken, and I'm not defending him here. I'm just saying this is what he said. I would be so hard pressed to believe that Amanda Staveley only did like a, hey Alex, let me ring you up. Hey, just finish this. Bro, if I'm Isak's agent, I'm like, buddy, get that in writing now. Get that in writing yesterday. So that's I find that part of the story very rickety. And I also find the part of him not playing. I mean, I don't know that. I find that hard to believe as well.
He has a poor agent. I watched like a good agent, longtime agent who had retired but now works for like Sky Sports and stuff, and he was like, good agent, when they make the deal, they make the marriage between the player and the club, but within that they also write out the divorce. So they write out what would be the requirements for an exit, and things like that. So, and I don't know if he really ever did, whoever his agent is. And then the Newcastle, what is it, 34 words, 37 word goodbye to Isak, notifying the world that Isak had been transferred from the club.
Two sentences.
Yeah, no, it was like Alexander Isak has been transferred to Liverpool FC for a record sum. He joined us from Real Sociedad in 2022. And kind of crazy for a person, Steve, that, you know, won us a cup, that was had a giant tifo, was becoming kind of cult classic, you know, gave it up.
I don't get it. It's like you hate
you hate to see it.
You hate a guy, you know, who puts on that behavior, and you know, it's, oh God, we hate how he's trying to do this to leave, but then you eat up
It's just
the same
hilarious.
thing that you eat up the same thing that somebody else serving up to get them in the doors. I don't know. It's
That's what I'm
just kind
saying.
of like,
I think it's wrong on Newcastle to have done that.
yeah, you can't be like,
I think we
oh,
gave up.
Man,
We gave up
this guy for that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we gave up this argument the moment that we signed Wissa, which also has its own story that I was reading from, I think, Craig Hope, that literally it was within 2 minutes of not actually happening. I guess Wissa had gone, you know, done everything he needed to do, I guess. Was literally on like the balcony of the training facility, was like FaceTiming his family or something like that. And his agent came sprinting in like 2 or 3 minutes to go before the end of the transfer window. And said, you got to sign this last final paper. It was like whatever the major paper is to sign. And it was like on this guy's phone, and he like scribbled his signature. They emailed it off like 9, whatever, window closes at 9. It was like 8:59 sent, and they got the confirmation email at 8:59 that the Premier League had received it, but it almost didn't go through. It was like within seconds of not going through.
Are you guys talking about how Grimsley Town cheated Man United?
No.
I don't know, man. I think it's what is it? Is two-faced the word? I don't think two-faced is the word. I'm struggling to think of the word that describes Newcastle behavior.
A new transfer vocabulary, a deal sheet. I've never heard of deal sheet. Deal sheet was kind of a new one for me. I've heard that before. I think the word deal sheet about 100 times on Monday. Have deal sheet for player.
The alien. aliens get Nate.
Yeah, I had a hard time hearing Nate. I don't know if that was just me or
Being
not.
abducted.
I think the aliens got him. Anyway, Ben, what happened with Manchester United in the transfer window?
Quite a bit. A lot of loans.
Is Eriksson? He's gone, right? You let
He
him go
went
for free.
last season. I feel like Anthony was probably the biggest. He got a Real Betis.
Yep.
Went to Real Betis. We got a keeper finally. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a good signing or not yet.
Well, say, what's the scouting report on that fella?
Medium. Like I haven't, like everything I've found, I'm like, all right, the dude's played a good squad in Belgium. He's either going to be like Courtois-esque or just an absolute dud. Like there's no middle ground here for the Belgians. Decent keeper, some cool footage of him that I was able to find. We definitely need him. He's 23. It's like I don't know that this is a right now fix. I think it might be a long-term investment, or it's, hey, we've got our guy and we're going to stick with him and see what happens here in the net. But Jadon Sancho going on loan. You go to Villa?
Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Mount?
And then I feel like there's two others going on
Mason
loan.
Mount stay or go?
Mason Mount's still there. Mason Mount, in fairness, against who did we just beat? Fulham?
I think so, yeah. I don't really know, to be honest.
I don't know if it was Fulham. Either way, we won 3-2. Some bogus 3 points with a PK in the 96th minute, which is just terrible. In fairness, we should have had like 2 PKs in that game to begin with. But
It was actually worse than
Burnley.
Was it Burnley?
It was
Yeah.
Burnley.
I choose to believe it was Fulham. Mason Mount looks like our best player for a good chunk of that game. Kuna, by the way, this dude called it. Absolutely, he's back. Oh, God, thank
Wait,
goodness.
what were you saying?
All right.
What were you saying last week? Wait.
Yeah, man. Come on.
What were you
Goodness
saying
gracious.
last week about him?
There was some
He's
come
back.
back. Baby, come back. And he did.
Cheesy comes back.
You're right.
Speak some Italian.
And he did. Man of no face.
I'm actually going all black and solitary for remembrance for Alex since we got Isak. So yeah, it's respect. It's a sign of respect.
Y'all gonna be putting that bucket of clubs that spend too much money.
Hey, all right, Ben. Yeah, here we go. All right, cheers.
Oh, cold, dude.
I'm drinking a seltzer water. You're drinking unicorn beer.
Drinking the unofficial beer of Montana.
Menu.
Steve, I've got
off
off camera. I have a Voodoo Ranger for you, pal. So
Nice.
I get down some
Last
voodoo.
week.
We did. We asked where you were.
We did talk about you.
I don't remember that.
I
believe you, I just don't remember.
kind of miss Cheesy.
Oh wait, he's
One panic.
in Italia right now.
Yeah, speak some Italian. You
Dude,
won't.
is he going to go visit Vardy at Cremonense?
Dude, it's like 6
Oh.
a.m. there. What are you doing?
Yeah, go
Like,
go snap some pics of the Vardy party. The Vardy, I don't know party in Italian, but I'm sure you do now, right? You're there.
Real quick on Vardy, by the way, that team Cremonense, I think they're like top of the table as well. Mussolini's grandson plays for them. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Scott McTominay, he's
Let him
never
stay
coming
and
back
enjoy
from
his
Italy.
best life. He's his
you do
his
know that Vardy will say something. Like Vardy will address that, and we should get him on the
Harmonized
block.
quality of
Hey,
life
man, you
has
have
gone up
18 players
exponentially.
out on loan right now.
Oh, whatever happened to Mainu?
He's there. They just said, dude, we're not dealing with this. You're not Isak. You're not going to go to another club. Stop.
Yeah, I was thinking
Even
that.
though your manager was kind of like, we'd be okay if you went to another club because we're not going to play you.
Yeah.
I don't think he reads his cue cards. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but you know who was surprising is Højlund went to Napoli on loan.
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't know that we have the firepower to be loaning out strikers.
I
He's
don't
gonna be
think
good.
it is.
So
Lukaku
I
just
can
had a
almost
pretty.
guarantee he'll be
Lukaku
good
had
there.
an injury, so that's probably why they probably brought him in. I'm curious what Napoli will do this season. I mean, they have Kevin De Bruyne now. They have, Scott McTominay, obviously. Højlund quite a few. I mean, Lukaku is also United, but they have a lot of United players, ex-United players over at Napoli, or at least Manchester players.
Right.
It'll
Flight must be
interesting to see.
quick.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Interesting. One to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your loss, Ben?
My loss?
Yeah.
No.
Out of the Carabao Cup, Man U.
Oh yeah, that was wild. Grimsley Town. That was awesome. Do you see that they tried to overturn that?
No.
Yes.
It got surprisingly close. In fairness, like they violated a rule that's had teams tossed out, but I feel like if you do what you just did against a Premier League team in League Two, you get an automatic bye.
They had an unregistered player.
They registered a player. Yeah, definitely not. But they had an unregistered player.
Definitely not.
It was like they were like 2 minutes late registering someone.
Yeah, I saw that too.
They definitely were like, "Hey, we drew Man United. Can we get a couple of the boys? Like, get some of the fellas in. Like, we got to fix it." But
I think if United was playing like a Championship or League One or Premier League team and that happened, it would be immediately replayed. But FA would be ultimate villain.
Well, no, they reference like 2 or 3 other cases where they actually tossed the team out and gave the opponent the automatic victory. I've been kind of annoyed about that, and also I don't think we should replay it. Like, I don't care. Like, that's so embarrassing. The only thing that's going to happen is we're going to then like.
Because what if you lost again?
I'm saying
there's no way that would be impossible.
It's possible. That's totally possible that could happen again. If that was to happen again, you never would live it down.
The replay would have been at Man United at Old Trafford, and I think that enough would have been too much pressure for Grimsby Town. But
you'd like to think so.
Man U did not play their B squad. It was like an A-minus
That's what I'm
squad.
saying.
They had like starters out there getting beat by Grimsby Town.
You definitely don't want. I mean, and they're definitely thinking that too. Like, do we want to press this to play again? They're like, we lost the first one.
I feel like they did.
You got to let
like
stupid
the
dogs
coach
fly
in particular, like led
also,
the
we
charge.
kind of look like assholes if we got them on a
their administrative, right?
Little ticky-tacky
administrators
detail.
were better than their administrators.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Come on, dude. Y'all got beat on PKs.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of hope Onana missed. Like, I was kind of rooting against them at that point. Like, when he had to take a PK and like a 14-goal PK shootout, I was like, it'd be pretty fitting if Onana missed this.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good for all parties that it's not being replayed.
Yeah.
So Ben, if you're, I think we've already talked about your expectations for United this year. So obviously, was that the EFL or FA? That was EFL Cup.
EFL.
Yeah.
All right. So that's honestly kind of a blessing. So what are we looking for in terms of like an acceptable season? And we're also saying like Amarim gets to the entire season. Are we going FA Cup and then top 10 finish is fine? Are we going top 6 finish minimum and an FA Cup? And like what's the lofty goal? Or even a low hanging fruit goal of like beat Man City twice, finish top 8.
I think the goal here as a fan is figure out how to get into Europe next year.
Of any kind?
No, not the crappy ones. Not the ones that don't count. Yeah, he kind of gets it. I don't think FA.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah,
Cheesy says European qualification and FA Cup quarterfinals.
I really hope Cheesy is having his king's ransom of Peronis right now.
Yeah, it should be like 4 Peronis.
I hope he's helping himself with some
the classic Chianti.
What did he say? European qualification in the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I think that's
good.
I think that's like what you're shooting. I think that's what you're shooting for. I think that's best case scenario.
FA Cup Europa League, I think is that even attainable though? I don't know.
No, I think Europa League still could get him 5.
Damn, Alex.
I think he needs to get in Champions League. Or like
Cannolis up the wazoo.
Dude, what are you in, like the South Shore of Boston? What the hell is this? No, that ain't Italy.
No,
Cheesy,
These
I
are
think we
Italian.
need a. Yeah. I mean, I think an FA Cup and not making Europe for any other reason kind of.
Did they have an Erik Ten Hag?
Doesn't the FA Cup get you qualified for Europe?
It
It's
does.
like the Europa, right? It's Europa qualification.
No, I thought it was a
Someone correct
Champions
me.
League.
No.
I'm
No.
not a topic
Europa.
expert. I don't.
It's
know.
Europa,
Yeah,
right?
Europa
Alex?
doesn't count.
Crystal
I will
Palace.
say,
Definitely
Entered
count.
I was
the
gonna-
net.
Europa looks
talk
shinier
trash.
now than ever. Now the Conference League's a thing.
I was
Europa.
gonna hop on and be like, guys, look, we're sitting in 9th place and we're above Newcastle. So far it's a great season. But Sunderland's above us. So like,
Oof.
I don't.
So is it still a great season or what?
No, it's
Hate to
terrible.
see it.
I honestly think the Grimsby Town piece, I get the vibe he doesn't want to be there, but feels
Yeah,
like he's
yeah, it
stuck
does.
there
Jeez.
and needs to like read some Simon Sinek and find himself. I don't know what the deal is, but like it's probably time for him to just self-select out. Because like if you watch, he's never talking to any of the players. He doesn't appear to have like, I don't know, like the vibe check. Like he doesn't appear to be anything other than like a discount pet, right?
I think him sitting on the bench for the penalties
Crying,
and not watching that
updating his LinkedIn profile.
that was pretty.
It's Candy
The
Crush, bro. It's
memes of
Candy
him
Crush.
with that, like the board, like the magnet board of players. What is that?
He
That
couldn't
has
get
to
his
be
message
career
across
ending.
very well, so he used like a
Fidget
Ferguson
spinner.
keyboard to. Like,
I love all the memes, the changing of all that to like video games or whatever it was. Like
I saw a Yu-Gi-Oh one that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, I think there's plenty of room to grow here.
what do you think of so 3 former Manchester United managers all fired within the past couple days? Ten Hag out in Germany. You have
After
Mourinho
2
out
games.
in
What a
games.
mess.
after 2 games. You have Mourinho out in Turkey and OGS out wherever the hell he was.
He was at. Was he in another Turkish team? Yeah, I think it was
Was it
Besiktas.
Besiktas? Yeah.
Come
Hey,
to
how
So-
is Ten Hag fired already? I didn't know that.
Could they all
3
come
games.
back as like a trio?
Well, it doesn't help that he lost to Flamengo's U20s. Is that right?
I mean, that's not as bad as losing to Grimsby Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's
Did you guys see the fans and everything on the field?
At Grimsby, yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like, you can't not be pumped for that kind of vibe. Like, that's what soccer's all about. I wish it
I
wasn't
loved
us that
afterwards.
that happened to.
The Grimsby keeper when he was like, "Yeah, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm actually fuming right now."
yeah.
That group chat would have been fire.
Yeah.
Those
Do you see
guys
a
would be
scenario
legends.
in which Mourinho comes back, OGS is coach, and Ten Hag is sporting director?
the whole thing with
I feel like we're gonna end up like
Remos-
a in-person
Three most
something weird.
successful managers at Man U since the departure of Sir Alex.
I wonder if
feel like we're trying to get these new age coaches. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
but like, we're not good at that.
What experience did Amorim have before getting? I mean, he was at what, Lisbon? Is that right?
Yeah,
He did a lot
sporting.
with Sporting. He pulled them out, but the Spanish league is kind of like the Scottish league. There's like 8 teams.
He's in Portugal.
Oh, the Scottish league is pretty.
I stand by my statement. If anything, I double down on it.
Scottish coefficient. Need like
Look at
30
that.
minutes to talk about Scott. Yeah, it's not looking great.
The capital of Portugal, like minor detail.
Steve, you want to go there? I don't want to bring you down, but you want to go there?
I mean, no, I mean it needs to be talked about.
Does it?
Yeah. I mean, we've had
Goodness gracious.
transfer window's closed. Still haven't replaced. I would say that we still haven't really replaced Kyogo, and it's been a while now. Before replacing Kyogo, we sold Adam Ida which makes backward sense. It sucks because I really like Adam Ida. It just wasn't working for him. The last like 6 months really wasn't working for him. I feel like ever since we signed him on a permanent.
Hey, when you turn your head, I cannot hear you.
Oh, really? Okay. The Adam Ida situation is a real bummer. He's a Celtic fan, Irish. You know, you just kind of want those types of stories to work out. And when he came in for the first 6 months, when he came in, not January 25, but January 24, he really, you know, hit the ground running and helped us win a couple trophies. But the last season's been tough. Last season's been real tough. And I had heard that he was going to Swansea, and then like the next day it was confirmed. So I think we're at a loss. I think we bought him at 9.5 mil. I think we sold him for 6 or 7 mil, something like that. So two-ish mil, loss there. Another out the door. Stephen Welsh going on a season-long loan to Motherwell. Marco Tilio's another guy who no one really knew much about. He has been loaned out to sold, outright sold to Rapid Vienna. Came from Australia. Didn't really do anything. I think he made 2 appearances. The players that came in are concerning to me. Like I said, I think I've said this before, that Celtic have like they usually postpone their buying until the very end of the season, the transfer window. And the end of the transfer window is just like a flurry of just it feels like knee-jerk reactions. Who's available at the current moment? Can we get them in? Does it make sense? Who cares? Like it's just who cares? We just got to get people in. So that spur of people that came in, we have, I mean, since last week, we have Michel Ange Balikwisha from Royal Antwerp. We have another left winger. We have a left back, Marcelo Sarachi from Boca Juniors. So another winger, Sebastian Tunekti from Hammarby. And then lastly, this is the big one that is, I think a lot of people have, because this is the last signing. This is the last person in the door before the transfer window shut. Kelechi, we Iheanacho. We've signed Iheanacho on a free transfer. It's really kind of where Iheanacho's at currently in his career is what's concerning. I thought he was way older than what he is. Iheanacho's 28. If you told me he was 32,
That's
33,
it?
I'd have believed you. I felt like he was
That's
He's 28 years old, so he's 28. The thing is that when he left, so he was at Leicester for what? He was at Leicester from 2015. I'm sorry, 2017 until 2024. He left there to go to Sevilla. It did not work at Sevilla at all. And then he was loaned out to Middlesbrough, where also it didn't work out.
Is he at Celtic now?
And he was then a free agent. He's at Celtic, yeah.
Whoa.
So obviously he's worked a lot with Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers and him have a lot of working history together. And Brendan Rodgers is really upping, you know, Iheanacho's work rate. You know, he's worked with him. I think that Celtic fans are really going to like him, all this stuff. It's just that the last 2-3 years for Iheanacho on paper are not convincing. They haven't worked for the last couple clubs. I would even say that the end of Leicester wasn't really going that great. The goal output I'm concerned about, because not only have we not replaced Kyogo, but Adam Ida, who's another outright striker, if we've gotten rid of him, even if he wasn't the sharpest, I'm concerned about where the goals are going to come from. I don't know if these, one of these other guys, we have 2 wingers that I mentioned, the Balikwisha and Tunetki. These guys are both wingers, so they might come out to be like a Kuhn or a Jota, there's some of those diamonds in the rough type of thing, but I can't imagine both of them are. That's too good of luck. I can hope that one of them are, but if all of these last minute purchases don't work out, I think already on paper the squad is weaker than when we entered the window, and that's not in a place you want to be, especially if you are, trying to win the league, trying to play on European fronts. I don't know. It's concerning. It's concerning. I am concerned.
How would you pitch moving to Celtic to any player?
I think if you're a young player, I think moving to Celtic appeals to two different types of players. Players that have a good amount of potential, that are probably at a quality club but aren't getting the minutes. This is a good springboard to really upstart your career. You can get a lot of attention. You can play European football in some form with Celtic. So you're on a wider, stage that people are seeing you on. You're probably have a good chance of winning trophies at Celtic. The fan base is amazing. You have 65,000 plus, packing the stadium. It's no small stadium. So I think Celtic's a big club in terms of history. So there's that front, and then the other front, I think, is like a player who's kind of maybe on the downwind that still has something to give. Kind of like how Ilkay Gundogan just went to Galatasaray, left City a year after leaving Barcelona. 34 years old, still hungry, wants to win trophies, wants to contribute to a Champions League team. I think that type of experience and that type of player can fit a Celtic, as well. I don't think there's many players that are at their peak at Celtic, but that's just kind of, the way the trends have gone. Things have shifted. Our strategy has kind of shifted from, we bring in diamonds in the rough, super cheap, up their market value, and then we sell high, and we sell them young. So that's kind of our MO. But that's how I would sell the club to. I would be looking at those two types of different demographics of players.
Makes sense. I think,
but
I would imagine you guys get like the last jab at some good players. You guys don't ever break the bank. I feel like you guys are pretty savvy in terms of your purchase history and just the way you guys navigate the markets.
They've had to be, but we've been in the green now. I think in revenue for we're over I think it's over 70 mil now. We've made a lot. The board has made a lot of money on very smart handlings of players, buying low, selling high. We've done that rinse and repeat for a few years, and it's really paid off for us. We have a good amount of money in the reserves, but the board is not investing at the to the capacity that fans would like them to. And I think even Brendan Rodgers as well. I don't think that he's getting the backing that he wants. You'll never hear him say it. He's very professional, kind of guy in front of the cameras. But I do think if you were to ask him over a, Montucky cold snack or two, with the cameras off, I think that he'd be expressing a lot of frustrations with the board and not their reluctancy to be opening the checkbook.
Hey, Steve, I'm going to ask you kind
Don't worry, Brendan, I said it for you.
Flip the question on you about what I asked about Ben, with Europa League. I'm just looking at some of y'all's fixtures here. I mean, and as we all know, the new Swiss table can be pretty giving to some teams. Not that Celtic really needs it because they did pretty well last year in the UCL. I mean, we're at least going to the knockouts, right? I mean, in Europa, at least going to knockouts.
You'd hope so, man.
No, I need you to tell me. I need you to will it into existence for me right now.
I think Braga's a good team. I think Feyenoord's a good team. Midtjylland, the team from, pardon my French, they're from Denmark. I think they're a good team. We play Roma as well, Bologna, FC Utrecht. there's some good teams in here. I don't think
Europe's
Celtic
nice.
have a. I don't. Yeah, I think Europa League is. I think Europa League personally is as much as it's nice to be in the Champions League. It's a nice financial incentive to be playing there. Everybody wants to be playing on the biggest stage. Obviously, these don't need to be said, but I'm excited about the Europa League because I think it's a realistic trophy that we can win. If Rangers a couple years ago was able to get to the final, Celtic can take it an extra step. So European success is mouthwatering. We just need to make sure that we've played these fixtures. We don't play to the moment. We play the teams. I think a lot of times when we get on the grand stage of Europe, Celtic. I think Celtic just kind of collectively as a team, they play to the moment. They get a little bit afraid. A little bit too reserved. A little bit too panicky. I'd like to see that not happen, and I'm not sure that the signings that we've made this transfer window make me feel better about that. They don't, actually.
Do you feel the league's in any risk?
I mean, the 0-0 Glasgow derby was a bit of a bummer. As at Ibrox, so it's not as warm of a atmosphere, especially when next to no away fans can get into the stadium. So, or I mean, practically zero, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm not terribly concerned. I mean, if Rangers have drawn, what is that? 4 games now. All 4 of their league games they've drawn now. Celtic have won 3, drawn 1. I'm pulling it up now just to be. Yeah. Rangers have tied all 4. They've scored 3 in 4 games. They've scored 3 goals. They've conceded 3 goals. Celtic have scored 6 in 10 games. Hearts have scored 10, but they've also conceded 6. But I'm not super concerned. Obviously, you can't. The league is never wrapped up until it's wrapped up. We've seen late surges from Rangers in the past. So, but I think the league is not. I think these signings again also make the league not as I can't say with nearly as much certainty that the league is ours with the signings that we've made. It's the same thing.
What has Ben doing?
Little, what is it called? Funk way?
Ben, fucking mute yourself.
Calm down, son.
Hey, down, up power tool.
Here's a Scottish table.
Let me get my. I'm excited to see what Falkirk do, just as newcomers to the league.
Damn.
What else we got? Yeah, well, I'm excited.
Steve. I just want to address Ben's.
Ben, what the fuck?
What?
That was like ripping Velcro.
The arm of your microphone.
I apologize. I forget this is a podcast sometimes and that this is live. I just think I'm hanging out with the boys.
Anyway,
I'll take it.
For Ben's
I've got one eye on the clock here, so I'm gonna quickly toss up my
toss away, son.
Where are they now? Or not where are they now? That's not
Ooh.
what I'm tossing up. Tossing up my trash take.
Are there games this weekend? Who are you trash taking?
Trash take.
International break.
Take it to Trash Town. I'm taking. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Are we doing that? Are we doing that next week then?
We're doing it next week.
Soboslai's free kick. Are we not
going to talk about that?
Are we not?
Oh yeah, I could talk about. I could wax lyrical for a good amount of time on that free kick, but
I thought you were going to talk about whacking it.
I mean,
I mean, talk
Not
about.
much prouder.
All right, Steve, go ahead with your trash take if you didn't already say it. Sorry.
no, we're
I'm
not. We're
doing
not.
trash
We're not.
takes,
We're gonna hold it for next week.
Are we boycotting it?
because
No,
there's
we
no
have
games this week.
NTO
the
break.
international break.
Gundogan.
Yeah, I went to Galatasaray, as
That
well
might be
as
the worst deal for him.
what's his name, Ederson.
Donnarumma's coming in. Which to
went
me,
to City. Yeah, wild.
that spells to me the demise of Pep Guardiola. He's such a good shot stopper, but someone who cannot play out from the back. That just, I mean, don't we already know that he's leaving? Is it end of
Pep's
this
leaving
year?
in the season anyway. I think Pep's gone. At the end of the
Yeah,
season.
that's not a Pep signing. It's not.
Have you guys seen? This is unrelated. The last thing I'll say before I sign off here. Have you guys seen that gnarly scar that Donnarumma's got on his cheek now?
I've only just noticed. Dude, it looks like a fence.
From an injury that
Yeah.
Dude, so Donnarumma has a scar on his cheek about like this big, and it's right here, and it's like from the last like year.
James Bond.
If you look at the injury, he caught a boot. He caught a boot right here, cut him open, and that thing looks gnarly.
Studs are fucking, even though they are rounded.
That guy was graced
dude,
with good looks
those-
anyway, but
Yeah, right. This poor airline. I feel bad for him.
Steve,
I was
try
reading
and
this.
leave
Okay,
you
this
with
is actually the
something.
last thing I'm gonna tell you.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
It's on Donnarumma, but apparently when Donnarumma was growing up, his mom at his games, like youth games, like young youth games, would have to bring his ID, his like ID card all the time because he would get questioned on how old he was, because by the age of 10, he was already 6 foot.
Wow.
He was 6 foot
Yo, Alex
by
had
the
the same
age of 10.
problem.
Can you
I'm not
believe
gonna
that?
lie. Alex has the exact same problem.
He's like,
But
he's
10
way
but 10 years
cuter.
old.
He's way cuter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. I think
That's fair, yeah.
he's the second cutest guy on this podcast. But like at 8 years old, Alex is like not needing to show ID.
True.
Did you guys see that?
I just think 6 foot at 10 years old is insane.
Alex, that's fact based.
Yeah.
But yeah, but show that scar.
The king doesn't solve these
I don't know why it has this
dogs.
dumb music.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah, buddy. I see.
Let it all
Keep
go.
it
Let it all go.
Whoever posted this, I'm not gonna lie, you took yourself too seriously. Wrong song.
I hate people that put music on videos like that.
Yeah, like come on. Unless it's really
I've been waiting for that from him. He's had like a couple nice goals, but nothing long range like that, like he used to do with Leipzig. That's like, you remember watching him and like Çalhanoğlu highlights from like 5 years ago, and like you would see them do like, oh yeah, one of them scored a 35-yard shot, and like, I mean, then he signs Zoboslai, and I'm like, oh my fucking, he's never really done it.
Yeah.
Local man was pleased though.
Local man happy.
Jordan Henderson is back in the Prem.
Yes.
Hasn't he been?
No, wasn't he at Ajax or something?
He was.
Ben is on slow sports news right now.
Yeah. When did he come back?
He's been back
over the summer.
Beginning of the season? That wasn't a new transfer, he's just old?
No, man.
No, he's been there since like the beginning of the transfer window.
Hey, did you guys see Kyle Walker get smoked? Just
Yeah,
absolutely getting torched against Man U. It was pretty bad.
I will say we are making fun of Pep for signing Donnarumma, but if you see Pep release a player who you don't think is done yet, that means he's probably done.
Ooh. Gundogan, you think he's done?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ederson,
Right.
if
Cool,
he
guys.
is releasing Ederson, that I mean, say what you want about Pep, but great judge of a player.
Except for Jack Grealish.
Who
is now turning back in. Yeah, and Calvin Phillips. I feel like
Bring Calvin Phillips in. He's made, 2 mistakes now out of sending off. All this Yorkshire Perlo bollocks. He's a Yorkshire pudding, mate. And
yeah, mate. Come on.
That video.
Video is so funny.
So Jack Grealish at Everton kind of turning into a little bit of a hometown hero, feels like.
He's just have 4 or 5. Yes, like a shitload.
Yeah, I feel like he was always meant for that. He should have never left and gone to Man City. Like he's just meant to be like a mid-tier club, like baller. But he made a lot of money, so I get it.
You want to know the worst?
Phillips, dude. He was not a baller, but like, why are you making that move, dude? Like,
yeah.
Would you like to hear the worst deal in the history of Man United?
Yeah.
Garnacho to Chelsea.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes. Well, wait. What do you mean worst deal? You guys paid nothing for him.
I don't care. He's their best player.
Less than £1 million for him.
Hey, I'm not saying it wasn't a business decision. I'm saying you don't take your very good players and send them all to Premier League teams.
I agree with that. But sending him to Chelsea, he should have sent him abroad. Yeah, that was not a.
They did not do that. And now they got Jadon Sancho in the Prem, right? Who else? Or is Sancho at Villa or Chelsea? He was at Chelsea last year, Villa this year. And I don't know. It's just such a stupid move. Like, why? Other than the return on the fact he was cheap, it's just a cash grab. If you want to be good, keep your good players. But didn't him and the coach have a falling out, basically?
Yeah.
I'm a
classic.
Fucking dick about it. I don't know.
Garnacho?
This is a diva. Yeah, what did I say? Yeah, Garnacho, yeah.
You guys, real quick, World Cup tickets reportedly to be as low as $60 for some group stage matches. I gotta assume that's like in Monterrey or wherever they're playing in Mexico. For like game A2.
Stateside, 0%.
0% chance. Anyway, this ESPN article says ticket prices for next year's World Cup will range initially from $60 for group stage matches to $6,730 for the final. So that's your cheapest ticket to the final, $6,500. But could change as soccer's top event adopts dynamic pricing for the first time. I'll try and get into a bit of that, but the prices are up from a range of $25 to $475 for the '94 tournament, which is crazy. The way they worded this, I don't know if the $475 was how much it cost to get into a World Cup final in 1994, because if that's the case, it's out of control. And the dollar equivalent of $69 to $1,607 when ticket details were announced for the tournament in Qatar.
What is you said dynamic? Aren't all ticket prices dynamic? What does that mean?
It means they're not fixed. It means that the dynamic to me means they can change the price.
Yeah, dude, ticket prices change all the time. Like, how is that different than me waiting to buy a Charlotte FC ticket until 45 minutes before the match? Like, is that what they mean? Like, they can fluctuate? Like, yeah.
Prices may and probably will change before and after the December 5th World Cup draw, when group stage matchups, dates, and locations are set. FIFA officials said we will adapt prices as per the demand we see. So yeah, it's like if they get like a group with like
for nothing is changing.
It's kind of like if you're like, hey Ben, how much money do you need? And I was like, I need some money.
So essentially, seeing the U.S. men's national team play in a home World Cup out in L.A. is going to cost you $6,000.
But you can watch Ghana.
Right, you can watch Ghana versus
Korea for $8.
Dude, I would still go to that game. If that game,
absolutely, that'd be a good game.
I would probably you said Ghana versus South Korea, Ben. If that was played in Charlotte, I literally think I would spend like $300 for it. It's a fucking World Cup game. Like,
dude, you'd be front row. Like, you'd be golden.
I'm getting the goalie gloves, mate. Give me your fucking gloves, mate. I mean, yes, yeah. Paying $6K to go see USA versus like Croatia in LA. I mean, I guess if I live in LA, I make more money, but I don't know. It sounds fucked.
Ooh, good news though. Kind of good news. Initial ticket phase is on September 10th, which is what this time next week, next Wednesday. Fans can apply for the lottery to get a chance to purchase tickets if you have a Visa card. If you're randomly selected, you'll get the opportunity to buy up to. Dude, it's all sponsored.
That is
get a Visa card, guys. It's not that hard. Sign up.
We all have Visa cards?
Who doesn't have a Visa card?
Check your. I'm looking at my wallet. I think I got this Visa, bro.
Oh man, what if you only have an Apple card? I guess it doesn't matter.
Do you take Google Pay?
No. Second phase, that if for all those who don't have a Visa card, goes through late October through early December. Damn. Have not yet determined all the initial prices, so there's no way any of this is going to be $60. It's a
chance.
Not a
yeah,
chance.
you have to. It's
Not
definitely
a
game of Mexico is $60, and it's going to be not the first round. It's going to be the third place game.
No, it's going to be like the fourth round of Group E.
Yes, which contains like one of the Enias, Akias, like it's in Cyprus if they make it.
Azerbaijan, Portugal.
I go watch Cyprus. I go watch the shit out of Cyprus, bro.
Anyway, big World Cup news. It's all coming up next week. Hit the lotto. If you don't win the Powerball tonight, hit the lotto.
You cannot go to any soccer next summer.
Yeah. So that's that. Anybody got a where are they now?
Yeah, I got one for you.
Steve just found out that Jordan Henderson is for Burnley.
All right. Ready?
Where are they now?
Where are they now? All right. You want to give us the first hint?
They're a footballer.
Hey, he said they, Alex. Ask the question.
Steve's not here to overanalyze. This gentleman is still an active player.
They play in the Premier League?
He did play in the Premier League and kind of plays in the Premier League. But is not actively playing.
Bro, Ben. Dude,
he's on loan.
Bro.
You hater?
Ben, these are black and white questions we're asking, bro. These are crazy.
I got it.
This is like
question 2.
No, it's cool, dude. It's all good. I'll play 21 questions. You put some fitty for me in the background?
Bro, this shit is Ben.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. Dude, you are fucking killing me with your you're a serious Riddler responses to these easy questions, dude. It's killing me, dude. It's killing me. And he kind of plays in the Premier League.
Yeah, he doesn't really play in the Premier League right now, but he's still kind of owned by a Premier League team.
I forgot what you said last week. You killed me last week with whatever you said. You had me on the wrong hint for the entire game. I'm still stuck. Oh my god, Alex!
I should run trivia. I'll probably start some bar fights, but it's totally worth it.
Ooh, man. Is he on loan in Italy?
No.
Did you say that?
I said what?
Is he confirmed and a player that is currently on loan?
Correct. Actively on loan.
Okay. Is he on loan in Germany?
Yes.
Is Joe Bellingham on loan? No, it's permanent, right?
Ooh, that is a good. Where are they now?
National.
I didn't hear that. What did you say?
National, like, is he from England?
No.
Is he German?
Nope. 9.
Is he American?
A Premier League team to Germany?
Yeah, correct.
Did he just go out on loan?
Yes.
Like literally this window.
2 days ago.
Okay.
By chance? No.
Nicholas Jackson.
Boom. Yep.
Nice.
Nicholas Jackson, Senegalese striker, 65 caps for Chelsea in 2023 to 2024. 24 goals in those 65 caps is going to be doing damage with.
Harry Kane.
Yeah. Over in Bayern
His
Munich.
loan was almost canceled, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, they upped the
That's
price
crazy.
on him. It's like the record. It's like 70.5 mil on a loan. It's stupid.
I think it's a huge obligation to buy.
The fee was 14.2 million. They're paying
Yeah.
his salary. It's like 70.5
Right. So the loan is 14, which is like
Yeah.
one of the biggest loan fees
of all time.
Well, yeah.
He's unreal. I think he is very underrated. Chelsea had Cole Palmer, right? So like a little bit of someone's shadow, but I think it's destined for greatness.
We'll see.
Hurricane's terrible.
Fine.
I stood in MetLife Stadium this weekend, so I've stood where Cole Palmer is going to lift the World Cup trophy for England.
Could you imagine if it's him and Trump again lifting the trophy?
Does the same thing. So what is he doing here?
What?
That was so funny.
What? Dude, he's like if Kevin and Perry had a soccer player.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's been real. It's been fun.
So, indeed.
Nate, lovely seeing you.
Yeah, you look good, dude.
Yeah, man. This is the best you've looked all season.
A little pale, I think.
Thought you were looking dark. Anyway, before it gets too wild, see you guys later.
Toodaloo.